Okay, so we were discussing surge pricing, and as it turns out that surge pricing is something that is created artificially, and this demand is not natural. The logic behind surge pricing is that at peak hours there are not enough taxis, and so to adjust the demand and supply, if the fares are higher, then obviously more taxis would be coming into servicing the demand. But the whole point is that that is really not necessary when we look at the alternative to that. The point is that we already have many drivers that are sitting idle that actually need to get in. But because of surge pricing and because of the situation that we have here, passengers cannot afford the very high price surges. And so as a result of that, the actual requirement of people that need taxis is not being met. So what we can do is we can simply remove surge pricing, and what I have come up with is a very standard way of calculating the entire cost across the kilometers. And so we are not using any specific type of algorithm, but using a simple mathematical derivation that comes out of a set of equations, but ultimately it leads to a very simple, straightforward parameter, which is a kilometer-based pricing with a base fare. So that is as follows. You have, when you know the kilometer, the distance, when you know the distance, that's the distance is, let's say, X kilometers, then the fare that is calculated will be equal to 20 times X plus 25. So this will apply if it is 1 kilometer, it will apply if it is 25 kilometers, it will apply if it is 17 kilometers. It does not matter what the distance is. The fare calculation will be the same. What this will do is this will give everyone an opportunity to ride a taxi, because that's what's very important at this point, where because of COVID you really don't have other modes of transport, and this is the only mode of transport that is available right now. And so what we can do is, if we can bring it down to a substantially lower figure for the passengers to be able to ride taxis, and there will be more people that are looking for taxis, and there are taxi drivers that are not getting rides will now be able to join in, and there is a balance of not only the demand and supply, but also the requirement for employment here. There's so many taxi drivers that have been driven out of business that are now looking to get into, and we established the second parameter by actually offering a heavily discounted way in which we work. So 15% is essentially what we take as a service provider of the aggregation platform. 85% actually will go to the car owner, driver ensemble. So that is how this equation works out. And in a very simplistic math, you can figure out that it really adds up and over the day. And if you have even like a minimum of 150 kilometers per day, it actually adds up to a lot of money at the end of the month for the driver-owner combination. So that is the plan. So we want to bring down the prices for the passengers, but not by any artificial way, but by just standardizing the price so that people can calculate. So when you are going from place A to place B, and you know that this is this is 10 kilometers, then you can easily do the math that it is 10 times 20 plus 25. So it comes out to 225. So that's the calculation that you do, and that will be the same every time when you are calculating any other distance. It's not going to change. So when you are getting ready for a taxi ride, you can actually have the money in your pocket and not have to worry about a surge, or not have to worry about not being able to pay for it. So that is where I think both sides meet. We do not need surge pricing in this scenario. I think we can do better without it, and overall the fundamentals of the taxi ride should be established and should be more stable. So that is how I think this will work.